This recipe is for coleslaw, approximately 1 to 2 servings. First, we're going to unpeel the onion. We want to try and take the first layer off, and then we can top and tail it by taking the top with the claw method off, and then we're going to take the bottom off, but trying to keep some of the root still intact so all the onion's layers stay together. Next, we're going to use the claw method again, and we're going to slice through the onion very thinly. We're going to keep repeating this until we can't go any further. If you need to turn the onion so you've got a bit more room, you can do that, but you want to keep going until you can't go any further. When it becomes a bit of a struggle, you can use the bridge method, which is using the index finger and the thumb and slicing in between them. Once you've done that, you can move everything to one side and you can move on with the next ingredient. We're going to be using the apple now. So we've cored the apple and we're going to repeat the process by using the claw method and slicing the apple very thinly. Because we want matchsticks, we're going to take some of the slices and build them up, and then we're going to repeat the process by using the claw method and chopping them into matchsticks. So we're using a green apple for this recipe, but you can always use a red apple if you wanted something a little bit sweeter. Alternatively, you could even use a celeriac or pear. And you're just going to repeat the process until you've got all of the matchsticks from the apple. Once you've sliced everything with the apple, you can put that all with the red onion that you've already chopped. That can either be in a bowl or just on a plate, because you're going to mix it all up afterwards. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to grate the carrot. Now, because carrots are quite hard, we don't really want to be chopping these, so we're going to grate them, which is going to give us a finer texture and also is a little bit easier. First, we're going to top and tail the carrots. Here, we're just using carrots that we've used from other recipes that are just lying around in the fridge. When grating, always try to keep your fingers away from the grater, because you can easily cut them. So you can always move the carrot itself and change directions, always maintaining going up and down so you get a nice, fine, even grate. You might not need to use all of the carrot, just use whatever you feel would be best. Next, we're going to move on to the red cabbage. So first off, we want to try and take the core out. So the fingers go on top of the red cabbage and we're going to slice at a diagonal angle to take the core out, because that's quite hard. Next, we're going to repeat the process like we did with the onion and the apple, and we're going to finely slice going downwards until we've got nice even strips. What you can always do with cabbage as well is once you've taken the core out, you can always unlayer them and just chop one layer at a time. This might be easier for young children. We're going to repeat the process for the white cabbage. Once you've chopped up all of your ingredients, we can start to put them all in a bowl. Remember to try and mix them all around. You can use your fingers for this. Alternatively, you can use a couple of spoons so everything is evenly distributed. Next, we're going to make the dressing. We're going to be using yogurt for this, so we're going to use 1 tablespoon of yogurt, 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar. Alternatively, you can use lime juice or lemon juice. We're going to add a little bit of mustard, about half a teaspoon. If you want it stronger, you can use English mustard for this, and it will give you a nicer yellow colour. Mix everything together using the spoon, and then it's just a matter of mixing everything together, all of your chopped ingredients and your dressing. So we're going to be making enough for 2 people, so we've got about 3 handfuls going in. and then we're going to add our dressing. A good tip for this is don't add all of your dressing at once because it might be too wet. So we're going to add a little bit at a time. We're going to use about 3 tablespoons of our dressing because we used about 3 handfuls of our salad ingredients. Once we've done that, mix it all together. You can always add more later. Just try to make sure everything is fully mixed together so you've got lots of the dressing everywhere. If you wanted to add some raisin sultanas, maybe some nuts or seeds, you can do that here as well. Once that's all done, we've got our recipe, coleslaw. Thanks for watching.